GamingBolt presents 15 video game decisions that'll go wrong no matter what you do. Video games are full of decisions. Do you go right or left? Up or down? There are decisions which can have a profound impact on the story, but there are also some that seemingly punish you. That's because no matter what you choose, someone will suffer or something bad will inevitably happen. Let's take a look at 15 such video game decisions where this happens. Spoilers are inbound. Kill the drug dealer, Heavy Rain. Ethan isn't having the best day in Heavy Rain. His son Sean has been kidnapped by the origami killer, who isn't gonna take him to Disneyland if you haven't guessed. And Ethan has to go through deadly hoops to find him. One such hoop involves killing a drug dealer. However, the drug dealer begs for his life, showing Ethan a picture of his 2 daughters. If Ethan doesn't kill him, then he won't get any information about Sean. It's a basic but still competent example of gray morality. Conrad or Walker, Spec Ops The Line. In Spec Ops The Line, that gray morality goes a step further. You are Walker, out to find his former commander Conrad, who's apparently turned Dubai into a mess. Upon meeting him, you realize he's actually dead. The Conrad that's been speaking to Walker is in his head. From there, you face a literal mirror of choices. Shoot Walker, or let Conrad shoot you, and the game ends with both dead. Shoot Conrad and Walker survives, calling for extraction. You can then choose to kill the extraction patrol, surrender to them, or let Walker die. Whichever way you go, the decision doesn't exactly end well for Walker or the people around him, not forgetting the dozens who have already died, of course. Sacrifice Chloe, or destroy Arcadia Bay, from Life is Strange. When Life is Strange debuted its journey of time travel and mystery, many of us waited to just see how things would shake out. That mysterious cyclone threatening Arcadia Bay, though, that was a chaotic result of Max's time-traveling powers. She could effectively save everyone and reset everything, but that meant changing the one thing her powers have been trying to prevent: the death of her friend Chloe. In the end, you have to decide, does the whole town die so Chloe can be saved, or does Max sacrifice Chloe for the greater good? Farmers or Crops, Fallout New Vegas. In Fallout New Vegas, you're given the chance to save some farmers who tried to fix a malfunctioning reactor, but got trapped somewhere in the vault. Your choices are to either save the farmers, thus destroying the crops and seeing many starve, or turn off the reactor, leading to the farmers' deaths, but letting the crops survive. It's not a wrong or right decision, just one that makes you reflect on what's more important in your worldview. Kill or spare Matsuoka, Killer 7. So how about a decision regarding the fate of war? At the end of Killer 7, the mind-bending, surreal trip from Goichi Suda, you have 2 choices when it comes to the fate of Kenjiro Matsuoka. The leader of the United Nations Party is pretty ruthless and causes a fair bit of trouble for the world. So why wouldn't you kill the man? Well, for one, the United States will attack and destroy Japan if you do. However, if you let Matsuoka live, then Japan will attack the United States, thus triggering World War III. Talk about a lose-lose. Hero or Villain, Infamous 2. Following the Beast's revelations during Infamous 2, Cole can either agree to exterminate all conduits or kill humanity. This is because the RFI can either cure the plague that'll threaten humanity, destroying all conduits in the process, or be destroyed, thus ushering in humanity's destruction and the rise of conduits. Cole can either side with his friends and fight the beast, sacrificing himself to save humanity while dooming thousands of conduits, or become an evil overlord, even killing Zeke and Nyx to succeed. The End. Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1. One of the most dismal choices at the end of Telltale's first season of The Walking Dead is when Lee has been bitten. He tells Clementine to either shoot him before he can become a zombie, or leave him to die, presumably to ease her conscience. Regardless, Lee is nowhere near alive when your decision is made. Priority Ranek, Mass Effect 3. Priority Ranek is quite the mission in Mass Effect 3 as you eventually use the Quarian fleet and Normandy to fell a Reaper. It's also where you have to make a choice. Either side with the Geth via Legion or with the Quarians via Tali. Having a high amount of Paragon or Renegade score means you can broker peace. However, going with the Legion means Quarians are exterminated. Tali even kills herself. Side with Tali and you have to kill Legion while the Geth fleet is annihilated. Ending choices, Deus Ex. There's no truly good ending to Deus Ex. When taking down main baddie Bob Page, who wants to merge with Helios to control all nanotechnology, you receive options from different factions. Either help Tong destroy the global communications hub, thus sending the world back into the Dark Ages, help the Illuminati rule, or merge with Helios yourself to become a dictator. Whichever you choose, none of the above could be considered the best ending. Bloody Barren Quest, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Locating the Bloody Baron's wife and freeing her from the crones of Crookback Bog while ensuring everyone gets out fine is an arduous task. It actually depends on this tree spirit that asks to be set free. If you choose to kill the tree spirit, then the Baron and his wife live and their daughter Tamara stays with the witch hunters. However, the children under the crones will die. Set the tree spirit free and the Baron's wife dies while he commits suicide. Valen descends further into lawlessness, but hey, at least the kids are alright. Killbane or Friends, Saints Row the Third. The climax of Saints Row the Third is pretty crazy as all-out war erupts between the Killbane-led Syndicate and Stag. The Saints work to contain the damage, but the player has an ultimatum. Either head to the Steelport Monument that's rigged with explosives, where several of your friends like Viola, Shondi, and Burt Reynolds are kept hostage and let Killbane escape, or pursue Killbane and lose your friends and the monument. If you opt for the latter, then the Saints will have to contend with Daedalus, a huge Stag aircraft. You do create your own nation though, so that's kind of fun. Conservation Movement, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. In the Undead Redemption expansion for Red Dead Redemption, players can take up a mission to hunt a Sasquatch. After being told they're dangerous and killing 6 of them, the main Sasquatch will show up and act pretty docile. It expresses sadness about being the last of his kind and pleads for Marston to kill him. You can choose to either leave the Sasquatch, which may or may not bring more harm, or kill it, thus making yourself another monster of humanity. Jean Grey or Nightcrawler, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. When choosing whether to save Jean Grey or Nightcrawler in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, there are a couple of circumstances that can come up. Choose the former, and Mystique, Nightcrawler's mother, will kill Professor Xavier out of grief. Choose the latter, and Jean Grey returns as the Phoenix, destroying the world, though she believes you chose right, which is pretty hilarious given her world-ending ways. If you try to save both, you'll get both terrible outcomes. Hilariously, bringing Magneto in your party can help save both. Hoshido or Nor, Fire Emblem Fates. Fire Emblem Fates tells the story of Corrin the Avatar, a member of Hoshido's royal family who is kidnapped by the Nor very early in life. So, in the beginning of either version, Birthright and Conquest, you're given the choice of picking a side. The kicker is that both sides care about Corrin deeply, so depending on the one chosen, the other side has to be warred with. These aren't light choices either, as you'll be executing siblings and the like. The Revelations DLC allows you to reject both sides for the best possible ending, but that's separate from either version, which at least one still required to access it, mind you. Roman or Kate, Grand Theft Auto 4. If you fancy a bit of irony with your choices, then Grand Theft Auto 4's ending is a fine example. If you go on a mission with Dimitri, the one you've been trying to kill till now on the advice of Roman, then the former sends a hitman to Roman's wedding. Thus, Roman dies. Take the advice of Kate, Nico's girlfriend, to kill Dimitri, and the boss who set up the mission kills Kate. So think real carefully about who annoyed you the least.
And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.